There's a letter by Schoenberg to his doctor Julius Bauer where he writes, "I think we should train people how to describe their pains. What is a burning pain, a twinge, a cramp, what is a colic, shortage of breath, asthma." And ironically, a few months after this letter, Schoenberg had a deadly heart attack. He was declared dead and only survived through reanimation, through an injection into his heart. We all know the scene from the famous movie Pulp Fiction. That scene is something that is described strikingly in the string trio in the very first episode. The string trio is one of Schoenberg's very last masterpieces in his life. It's Opus 45, and his next piece, Opus 46, is a survivor from Warsaw. And there is no other title that would describe better the life of the composer Konstantin Regamey. Konstantin Regamey was a highly fascinating figure. He had a multicultural background, Swiss, Polish, Italian ancestors, amongst many others. He was born in Kiev in 1907 and fled the Ukraine in 1920, moved to Poland with his mother and lived in Warsaw. And in the time of the Warsaw ghetto in the Second World War, it is his Swiss passport that saved his life. His flat was functioning as an asylum for refugees, for friends. He could keep manuscripts of composers safe there. And with a pseudonym, he was working as a messenger. He could smuggle ammunition, dollars, weapons, and letters between politicians in exile and the government. And he was earning his living as a pianist. In 1939, all radio receivers had been confiscated from Polish citizens, but Regamey, with a Swiss passport, had a radio receiver. British and French news were disrupted by the Nazis, but with his studies as a philologist, he could listen to Romanian and Portuguese news and spread all the important information in the time of the Second World War through pamphlets to the people. It is in the years during the time of the Warsaw ghetto when he was playing as a pianist in the Café Arcadia, where he composed his very first piece as an autodidact. It's the quintet for this very unusual instrumentation, piano trio plus bassoon and clarinet. The premiere was on no other day than 6th of June 1944, D-Day, when the Allies landed in Normandy. And we can read in Witold Lutosławski's memoirs how sensationally it was received, thanks, in Lutosławski's words, to the extraordinary fantasy of the composer and the very individual type of application of dodecaphony. There is so much more we could say about these two emigrants who write their pieces in exile in time of the Second World War with Jewish background and a constant proximity to death. On the one side, an autodidact who is choosing in his first piece dodecaphonic inspiration for an intermezzo romantico, and on the other side, the master of dodecaphony looking back in his life after his reanimation, his survival, and listening to voices of angels, Viennese waltzes and marches.